on average, people actually spend up to 4 hours a day on their smartphones interacting with videos, interacting with different content. And this is something that is going to continue to explode. Video. The challenge that we now have, since more video is accessible through our smartphones, is there is now a lot of content. And one thing that I always try to do is I always try to make sure that my content is enjoyable for people to watch, and editing is a big part of that, because that way I get to refine the message that I want people to see. I started off using Filmora, but I eventually upgraded to Filmora Pro. But besides those two programs, there's many other software that you can use. Some of it you can download for free, and it still gives you the product that you want people to see at the end of the day. So I primarily do it in two ways. So if it's an interview that I'm doing with someone, I always tend to do it through Zoom. Zoom is very good for that, for video calls, sharing videos, and you can even get many participants to come through. And another thing that I try to do, that way I keep people excited with the content that I'm sharing, sometimes I try to record outside just to mix it up. That way you're not always seeing my face all the time, always seeing the same background. It just keeps it more interesting that way, I find. So sit back, relax, and let me take you into my office. So all video editing software is set up pretty much the same way. Ideally, everything that you'd see on screen, be the transitions, I like to add different clips and to try to put layers on top of that. So each software is usually set up the same, where we are working with different layers. Some people would call it tracks. So every single element that you see on the video. So this one that you're seeing, this is a video that I recently did with Tara. She's based in Mexico, and we did the interview through Zoom. The thing that I like about Zoom is you can get the two files. So after you've done your video, after you record, so you get an audio file and you'd get an audio and a video file. But since for Zoom, what they're trying to do, they want their system to be very fast. So sometimes the video that you would get after they've done their processing, sometimes it's low resolution. People tend to attract towards things that are beautiful. So the higher the quality of your video, the better it is. So I'm just going to play. So what you see at the bottom left corner of my screen, so I have my 3 files. So Zoom would give me an audio file only, and then I would also get a video file. So I'm just going to play the video file for you to see. So the video file is still good quality, but I just want you to compare. So the video quality is good, but it can be better. So what I would do myself, I would screen record. I would screen record the Zoom interview. So be it Mac, be it a Windows system that you're using, you can easily screen record using there's many different options that you have when it comes to that. So myself, I would do the interview in 2 ways. So whilst I'm getting Zoom to auto record, because one thing I like about Zoom, they have an equalizer in the background. They really do a good job with the audio. But I would screen record the interview itself. So this is a small portion that you can see. So in this portion, I have a screen record of the interview that I did with Tara, and that one is high resolution, but you get better audio from Zoom. So what I would do with the software myself, I have the option to manage my audio file that I get from Zoom, and also I can match that with my screen recording. So it does its work in the background, and you'd get a combined file at the end. So one way I like about this method, it gives you the best of both worlds. So you get to have high resolution and also high quality video. So if you're interested in this service for some of your Zoom videos, I have my listing on Fiverr. These are some of the things that I do as a digital content consultant. I can work through with your videos. If it's something that you want to learn, you can give me a call on 709-693983, or you can just tell me in the comments some of the things that you'd like to learn, and I'll keep doing different videos. So this is not the best of both worlds. So I'm just going to play a little part. So what you are now seeing you're now seeing the audio from Zoom and the screen recorded. So another thing that I also like to do, I like to sometimes to mix it up and I record the videos outside. So depending on your camera, so myself I use a Canon camera. It's fairly cheap camera that I got. So the camera is good, it's good for capturing videos, but the challenge, you get a lot of static background noise. So this is just a recording of the camera itself. I'm just going to play for you. So this is one episode that I did on the show. So already you can hear a lot of background. So you can even see the camera naturally tries to pick up a lot of things. It picks up a lot of the wind. So because of the wind, sometimes it affects your audience. I'm always trying to thinking about my audience. How can I make the experience more enjoyable for them? So one trick that I use this. So if you see closely here, I have a Boya M1 microphone. You can get that through Amazon. I also have a link in the description for the video that you can use to get that microphone. So the one thing I like about this microphone, it's fairly cheap. It's about $20. And the good thing with this microphone, if I just play the audio from that, it takes away some of the static noise. So yeah, you no longer hear the wind in this audio file. And the good thing with this one, it records. When I started dancing myself, one comment that I always used to get was that I had a good understanding of the. So you can see how it records directly to my phone. You can do it with any phone. I like it that way. So now I have good video. I use the same trick that I use with my Zoom videos. So I have good video that I managed to capture with the camera, and I have good audio that I managed to record with the microphone. So I would use the same trick again. So I would combine the audio and the video, I would merge them together. So the software that I use, Filmora Pro, this is one of the things that I like the most about Filmora Pro. It takes its time, but once you have something that is processed now. So I now get the best of both worlds with good audio and good video that I've combined together. Sometimes it doesn't pick up the waves perfectly. One comment that I always used to get was that I had a good understanding of the. But as you can hear, so these are some of the things that I do when I'm making videos. There's a lot of work that goes in the background to make sure that my audience gets the best of both worlds. But I like this through Filmora Pro. It gets me to combine different audio and different video from different files. And at the same time, I use the microphone. You can see I have one here. I always use it all the time. It picks up good quality audio. So if you're interested in learning more about this, you can get in touch with me through my Fiverr listing. I can work with you with some of your videos, or you can even get the gear through Amazon. I have the links in the video descriptions. And if there is anything that you'd like me to talk about, that you're interested in when it comes to video editing, just let me know.